Welcome back everybody to the Taylor Peace Experience. This is like the one video I'm not gonna have a hoodie so you can see my full hair and all that shit. I wanna make a video about decisions. Mostly the decisions we end up regretting. Think about all the decisions you make recently, blah blah blah, your obligations, all this shit. We're not gonna think about that. I wanna think about the decisions you fucked up on. The decisions you regret. And I hate to think about the past with regret and all these other actions, because you should never look at the past and be like, I regret doing this. That's a waste of your goddamn fucking time. But we're gonna do it for this example. A lot of you don't even need specifics. What I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna innately know is like, oh yeah, this motherfucker, he's right. That's what I felt. Most of the decisions you end up regretting, the big choices that fuck you over, the sudden changes to your presentation, the reasons you relapsed on NoFap, all of these are just decisions you made based off emotions. It wasn't decisions that you made rationally. Now, those can be ones you regret too, but most of the time it's these ones that you make not from the rational and control part of your brain, but because you hand the reins over to your base emotions. How many times have you lashed out at somebody through anger and messed up a relationship to that, or just made things worse? How many times have you relapsed on NoFap listening to how horny you fucking are? How many times have you actually listened to happiness and be like, oh man, I'm so happy, I don't even need to work that fucking hard? And you get too content and things fuck themselves up. Where you wanna go, buddy? Sorry, my cat is walking around. So funny. Anyway, or how many times have you actually been too anxious or too nervous to talk to a woman, and then boom, the chance is wasted and you never see her again? Because chances are, if you don't talk to her immediately, you're never gonna see that girl again. It's just a rule. Come here, buddy. Come here. Alright, I'm gonna look at my cat for a little bit. I'm still making this video though. Now, these decisions happen all the fucking time. Especially before self-improvement, I used to make these decisions all the time because I thought that was normal. You're supposed to listen to your emotions. False. That is the wrong thing to be listening to. What up, buddy? My cat's under me right now. I'm not cutting this shit out. You kidding me? This is awesome. This is part of the Taylor Peace Experience. Good boy. Good buddy. Okay. So boom. Alright, we make all these terrible decisions we honestly end up to regret based off our emotions. And sometimes we make decisions based off our rational mind and they still mess up. And that's okay. We can learn from that. That doesn't happen much more. It's harder to learn based off the wishy-washy feelings of emotion. In fact, it's actually much harder. But what we can learn... Hey, buddy. What we can learn is not to trust those. And so, one thing that we can do is hope to catch ourselves in the moment before we lash out with anger. Ever have that feeling like, oh my god, should I really say this? Is gonna really fuck things up? That's what I'm talking about. You catch yourself right before you do something bad and listen to those emotions. And you have terrible decisions you're gonna make. And you change it up. The only thing we can do is pray that's gonna happen. And you need presence of mind, and you need to be able to react well to it. If your brain is fucked up and everything else there is ill and mentally messed up, and you hate yourself and you hate what you do and you hate everything about life, even if you work super hard, it's like a minus 50% reduction, like in a status effect in a video game, just on everything that you do. It fucks you up. And when your mind is clear and your mind is focused and your mind is right, everything else just flows so much better. It's like walking upstream in a river, a raging river, versus just being drifted slowly down. It's fighting the currents versus being drifted by the currents to your reward, versus just fighting them. And make sure my cat's out. Oh, he's right there. Up behind my back. So what can we do? Well, I would love to offer you guys some great course that's gonna fix all your problems, but those would be in the making anyway. Those kind of interest me, actually. I can't offer you guys a solution because there is no solution. These events are gonna happen for the rest of your life. It's like, oh, I can make your life hard. Like, I can make your life easy for the rest of your life. It's never gonna be hard. Well, you could do that, but is that a life worth living? You could remove the choice of ever reacting to anything, like any decision, by just letting somebody else choose all the time for you. Is that a life you want to live? No. So you gotta deal with the issue of like, oh, sometimes I might fuck up and react with my emotions, and I might later regret it. Like, those things are gonna happen. You might fuck up. Hold on, I'm messing with my camera. You might fuck up. These decisions might happen over and over again. Can't stop it. Not if you really want to, like, actually live and enjoy life. It's just something you're gonna have to get better at over time. That's simply what it is. You just need to be aware of them. Once you're aware of them, you can deal with the problem a lot better. Now, what you could do, this is all hypothetical, this is like a theory. If you had 100 small decisions to make before every big decision, if you spent all of those 100 decisions and you make all of them rationally, and you make good choices with them, you don't listen to like, oh, instead of eating the meal that I should have, that I've meal prepped for, what if I eat some random burger instead of Whataburger? What if I go eat fast food instead? If you can make 100 of those small decisions correctly, rationally, for the betterment of you, for delaying gratification, all that stuff, when the big decision happens, ideally, you follow suit, and you also make that a little better. And I do think that's true. That's just going to be the habit of listening, not to those things that are warring inside of you, but to the one that's in control, the one that holds the gates to all your thoughts. But even then, it could still be fucked up, because these can all be in controlled situations, and this could be at 12 a.m. in the middle of the night, 300 miles away from home, and you haven't slept in 48 hours. Much more easier to make a fucked up decision based off that. You just have to hope that with every choice you make is gonna be an example, gonna be something to build off of for the big choices that happen later. That's all we can pray for, just for each decision, and the ones that happen today, the ones that happen tomorrow, for the rest of your life. Make the correct choices. That's gonna build off one another. You're gonna build the habit of making the right choice. See what I mean? That's the most we can hope for. That's the most I can give to you guys. Trust me, if I had some big method to get the best out of the situation, I would give it to you. But I think that's the best. So just be aware of it. Stop it when it happens. I know that this is gonna happen for the rest of your life, and you gotta make the right choices, because one day, if you don't, and you keep making the wrong choices, you might make the wrong choice on something big, and that might change you for a while. I'm on this video here. Hope you have a good one. Peace.